last outlaw riding, still somewhere in the wind. The sun was bleeding on the plains when I crossed the county line. 30 years of running hard, and the law still on my mind. Every town knew my face, every sheriff knew my name. Every wanted poster hanging fed the legend and the fame. The last outlaw riding, still chasing the horizon line, with a saddle full of ghosts and too many sins behind. The last outlaw riding through dust and fading light, knowing every mile ahead could be the final ride. I buried friends in shallow graves, watched good men turn to dust, watched greed destroy entire towns, and love betray my trust. I robbed trains beneath the moon, escaped hangings more than once, outran bounty hunters west, and left legends where I'd gone. The last outlaw riding never learned how to stay. The road became my only home, and the darkness knew the way. The last outlaw riding with the devil close behind. Every choice I ever made still echoing through time. Last spring near Broken Narrow Ridge, a rider dressed in black appeared, no tracks behind his horse at all, just silence and old fear. He rode beside me for a mile without a single word, then pointed toward the western sky and vanished with the birds. The old tribes call him Death himself, the drifters call him fate. The preachers say he's judgment for the choices that we make. The last outlaw riding knows his day is drawing near. You can outrun every sheriff, but not the reaper's horse out here. The last outlaw riding, still carrying his gun, not because he fears the living, but because the dead ain't done. The moon climbed high above the desert, silver shining on the sand. I stopped beside a canyon edge and finally made my stand. For the first time in forever, I wasn't running anymore. No posse close behind me, no lawman at my door, just the wind across the valley and memories of the past. Every road I'd ever traveled leading to this place at last. The last outlaw riding, look back one final time at every town and every scar that shaped this life legends fade, but stories never die. So if you hear my name someday in some old whiskey bar, remember I was just a man who rode a little too far. The last outlaw riding, still somewhere in the wind. The gallows stood in Carson Creek, built from oak and iron chain. Folks came from miles around to watch an outlaw meet his fate. They said he'd robbed a dozen trains, left 6 sheriffs in the dust, escaped every prison west, and never learned to trust. The outlaw they couldn't hang had a bounty on his head. Every lawman in the territory wanted him dead. The outlaw they couldn't hang had cheated death before, and nobody knew the secret behind the legend and folklore. That morning cold, hands tied behind my back, the preacher read his final words while thunder clouds turned black. The sheriff smiled beneath his hat, certain this was finally done. After 20 years of chasing me, his victory had come. The outlaw they couldn't hang stood beneath the rope. The crowd waited in silence while I abandoned hope. The outlaw they couldn't hang faced the noose alone, with every crime I'd ever done etched deep into my bones. Lightning struck the courthouse bell, hard enough to split the sky. The horses broke their reins and ran, people screamed and scattered wide. The platform cracked beneath my feet, the rope snapped clean in two, and before the smoke had cleared, I disappeared from view. Some say the devil cut me free to collect me later on. Others swear an angel intervened before my time was gone. The outlaw they couldn't hang became a ghost that day. Every newspaper in the country printed my escape. The outlaw they couldn't hang turned into a myth, and every town added another lie to the story ever since. Years passed like drifting sand, yet the tale refused to die. Kids still hear it by campfires when coyotes cry at night. They say I robbed a king's fortune, they say I killed 20 men. Truth is simpler than the legend, but truth never sells like myth. Last winter near the borderlands, a young deputy found my trail. He looked no older than 18, still believing justice prevailed. He asked me, "Are you really him?" I laughed and tipped my hat, then left him standing in the snow with more questions than facts. The outlaw they couldn't hate still rides beneath the stars, still outrunning every story and every old scar. The outlaw they couldn't hang knows one day death will win. But until that final showdown comes, I'll keep riding with the wind. And when they finally bury me, don't believe the grave they show, 'cause legends don't die easy, they just keep riding. They found the map in a hanging tree, tucked inside a dead man's coat. Half the ink had washed away, but one mark still gave me hope. The paper spoke of hidden gold, buried deep beyond the ridge, past the canyon, past the falls, near Dead Man's Creek. 3 outlaws died trying to find it. 2 lawmen disappeared the same. Every man who chased that treasure ended up without a name. The gold of Dead Man's Creek calls every desperate soul, promises a king's fortune, then drags them into the cold. The gold of Dead Man's Creek has buried more men than war, and every fool who seeks it only makes the legend grow more. I rode west with a stolen map and a revolver on my side, crossed through deserts, crossed through storms with bounty hunters close behind. By the 4th night I reached the canyon where the creek cut through the stone. The water looked almost black, like the devil claimed it as his own. The gold of Dead Man's Creek waited somewhere in the dark. I could feel it in the silence beating underneath my heart. The gold of Dead Man's Creek had driven stronger men insane, and I started hearing whispers calling softly through the rain. Found an abandoned camp rotting near the river bend. 3 skeletons around the fire, still reaching for the gold again. One held a journal in his hand, the last page barely survived. It simply read, "We found the treasure. God help us stay alive." The next morning I found the cave, hidden behind a waterfall. Inside were crates of gold coins, enough to buy the whole damn world. But something felt wrong in that place, like eyes were watching from the dark, and every shadow seemed alive, waiting for my heart. The gold of Dead Man's Creek was never meant for mortal man. Every soul that touched it never made it home again. The gold of Dead Man's Creek, a curse wrapped inside a dream. And suddenly I understood why nobody had ever seen it leave. I grabbed one coin and turned away, ignoring riches piled high. 'Cause some fortunes cost too much, and some treasures are disguised as traps. I rode hard through the falling rain till the canyon disappeared. And when I looked behind me once, the entire cave had vanished from the cliff. Now old drifters ask me often if the legend's really true. I just smile and pour my whiskey like all old outlaws do. The gold of Dead Man's Creek still waits beyond the ridge, calling every greedy fool toward the darkness of the creek. And maybe one day someone finds it, but it won't be me. before sunrise, out behind the county line. No preacher there to say goodbye, just dust and whiskey in their eyes. I knew every one of those names. Some rode with me back in the day. Some chased the bounty on my head. Some never made it home again. The ghosts of Boot Hill ride at night across the moonlit desert sky. You hear their spurs when the wind gets still, and their voices calling from the hill. The ghosts of Boot Hill never sleep. They keep the secrets that men keep. Every outlaw left behind still rides somewhere in my mind. Snow to leave a rose for a friend I owe. The grave was cracked, the cross was gone, but I knew where he'd been laid all along. Then I heard hoofbeats in the dark, slow and steady through the pines. No rider visible anywhere, just shadows moving through the night. The ghosts of Boot Hill ride at night, looking for unfinished lives. Every bullet, every sin still follows where they've been. The ghosts of Boot Hill never rest, not the worst and not the best. The lawman and the outlaw too end up facing the same truth. Back in 1888, the train got robbed outside the state. 7 men vanished with the gold, never found or so I'm told. But old timers swear on stormy nights they see lanterns moving through the pines. 7 riders dressed in black, searching for something they can't get back. The ghosts of Boot Hill ride at night through thunder, dust, and pale moonlight. And every man who's cheated fate feels them standing by the gate. The ghosts of Boot Hill know my name. I've outrun death, but not the game. 'Cause every road I've ever crossed has left behind another law. Last year a bounty hunter came, looking for the outlaw they still blame. He asked me where the graves could be of men who disappeared chasing me. I pointed toward the hill and smiled, told him he could stay a while, but if the moon turned blood red bright, he'd better leave before midnight. The ghosts of Boot Hill ride at night, and not every soul they find survives. Some men fear the law the most. I fear the ones already ghosts. Now every time I pass that way, I tip my hat and never stay. 'Cause even legends understand some dead men still rule the land. The ghosts of posters filled the walls, from Texas down to Tennessee. Every sheriff knew my face, but none ever buried me. I robbed the trains at Blackstone Pass, vanished deep in canyon dust, left nothing but empty tracks and a lawman full of rust. The sheriff never caught me, though he hunted 20 years through desert storms and mountains, through blood and whiskey tears. The sheriff never caught me, and now he's in the ground while I'm still riding west tonight with the devil hanging around. He chased me through Red Hollow Ridge, nearly put a bullet through my chest, but a lightning strike split the night and gave me one more chance to run west. He swore he'd drag me back alive, swore he'd see me hang one day, but the West has a funny way of making promises decay. The sheriff never caught me, though he knew every crime, every bank, and every stagecoach that disappeared in time. The sheriff never caught me. The bounty climbed so high, men crossed 3 states to hunt me down. Most never made it back alive. Near the borderline of hell, 5 bounty hunters tracked me down. Only one survived to tell. He rode back pale as a winter snow, wouldn't speak of what he'd seen, only muttered through shaking lips, that outlaw ain't what he seems. The sheriff never caught me, but something else drew near. A rider dressed in black one night appeared and disappeared. He told me every debt gets settled, even yours, then vanished with the wind. Now sometimes when the moon turns red, I wonder when he'll come again. The sheriff died in '94, still cursing me by name. The newspapers called it justice, I called it part of the game. 'Cause the West remembers legends long after bones are gone, and every outlaw leaves behind a story to write on. The sheriff never caught me, though he gave his life to try. Now his grave sits on the hillside, while I still ride beneath the sky. The sheriff never caught me, but someday death just might. Till then I'll keep outrunning both through the darkness of the night. whistle cry through midnight rain echoed down the tracks again. I still remember standing there, watching smoke fill up the air. She held a ticket in her hand for a life we'd never planned. Said, come with me before it's late, but I stayed behind to settle hate. The last train west rode out that night, carrying everything I love beyond the fading light. The last train west took her away, and I've been chasing ghosts ever since that cold September day. The town was burning from within. Too much whiskey, too much sin, a blood feud running through the years. Fed by anger, fed by fear, I thought revenge would set me free. Thought justice waited there for me, but vengeance only takes and takes till there's nothing left to say. The last train west disappeared from sight, leaving me alone beneath the pale moonlight. The last train west, and I let it go. Some mistakes keep riding with you further than you'll ever know. Past like drifting dust, covering memories in rust. The feud was over, men were dead, but a word stayed in my head. Every station that I crossed reminded me of what I lost. Every whistle in the night cut through me like a knife. The last train west still haunts my dreams. I see you standing at the window, at least that's how it seems. The last train west, and I miss my chance. One decision changed forever the direction of my path. In a border town, a gray-haired woman came around. She looked at me and softly smiled the way she used to long ago. For one brief second I believed the years had finally set us free. But when I stepped into the light, she vanished from my side. The bartender just shook his head and quietly said, "Oh friend, that woman died 5 years ago." The last train west still rolls somewhere through every memory I've got left and every unanswered prayer. The last train tracks and endless nights and cold desert rain. Now I'm older than my father was when he finally passed away, and every year I understand a little more of what she'd say. Some roads lead to fortune, some roads lead to fame, and some roads leave a man alone, remembering a train. The last train west wasn't made of steel. It was every chance I ever had to choose a life more real. Last train west, and I watched it leave. Now all I have are shadows and the sound of wheels beneath the dawn. Since 1889, the poster's hanging crooked now on a wall that's turning gray. Sunburned paper, faded ink, but my name still hasn't changed. $30,000 offered, dead or alive, they said. Most folks figure I'm long gone, buried somewhere out west. Wanted dead since 1889, still breathing after all this time. The law kept chasing shadows while I disappeared from sight. Wanted dead since 1889, every bounty hunter tried, but the desert keeps my secrets and the dead don't testify. I robbed no bank in Silver Creek, didn't kill the judge they named. But once a lie gets printed down, the truth don't stand a chance. The sheriff needed someone blamed for a rich man's missing gold, and I was just a drifter then, too poor to fight the road. Wanted dead since 1889, the wanted sign survived long after every witness died and every record burned in fire. Wanted dead since 1889, still got that price on left behind. I watched 6 presidents come and go, watched railroads split the land, watched entire towns disappear like footprints in the sand. But every now and then some fool finds that old reward and starts believing he'll get rich, dragging me before the law. Last spring a young man found me down in a saloon called Grace. He recognized the scar I wear running down the side of my face. He pulled a pistol from his coat, said, "You're worth a fortune, old man." I laughed and poured another drink, then asked if he understood how many men had tried before him, wanted dead since 1889. The bounty still survives. The hunters change, the years move on, but the story never dies. Wanted dead since 1889. The legend grew too large. Now folks can't tell where truth begins or where the lies all start. The kid lowered his revolver slow after hearing what I'd seen. The ghosts, the graves, the desert storms, the blood behind the dream. Before he left I told him this, son, some rewards ain't worth the cost. Then I watched him ride away toward a future not yet lost. Now I sit beneath these stars, older than I planned to be. The poster still hangs somewhere, waiting patiently for me. Wanted dead since 1889, still breathing through the dust. The law may never clear my name, but time already has. And when they finally bury me beneath a weathered pine, the poster can keep hanging there. Wanted dead since 1889. Wanted dead since 1889. I found him standing by the creek on a cold October dawn, black as midnight, eyes like fire, like he'd been there all along. No brand burned into his hide, no saddle rope or name, just a silence in the morning fog and a feeling hard to explain. The old men down in Miller's bar told me not to take that ride. Said that horse ain't born of earth, and every man who tried it died. The devil bought my horse, or so the old folks say, 'cause every time I ride him west, something disappears away. The devil bought my horse with silver blood and sin, and every mile we travel feels like the end begins. One night I rode through Raven Pass, a trail I knew by heart. But somehow when the sun came up, the whole world looked torn apart. The church was gone, the bridge had burned, the river changed its course like something twisted time itself. The moment I rode that horse, the devil bought my horse, and maybe bought me too, 'cause I keep seeing things at night most men never do. I see shadows in the sagebrush, hear whispers in the rain, and every town I pass through now feels haunted all the same. A bounty hunter followed me for nearly half a year. He swore he'd drag me back alive till he vanished without a trace out here. They found his rifle by the road, his hat beside a tree, but nobody ever found the man, or what was left to see. The devil bought my horse, and every debt gets paid. Every fool who comes too close ends up another grave. The devil bought my horse long before he found me. Now every hoofbeat through the dark sounds like destiny. Last winter near Black Hollow Ridge, I saw a rider dressed in black. No face beneath his hat brim low, just smoke where I should have been at. He tipped his hat and rode away without a single sound. But my horse stood still and bowed his head like he knew who'd come around. The old preacher heard my tale and crossed himself in fear. Said that rider ain't a man at all, he's been collecting souls for years. Now every storm reminds me of the bargain I never made, 'cause somehow every road I ride leads deeper into shade. The devil bought my horse, and maybe one day soon he'll come to collect the rest of me beneath the blood-red moon. Till then I'll keep riding west through dust and fire and pain, with the black horse from the creek and hell riding in my reins. The church bell stopped in '93. Nobody knows exactly why. One Sunday folks just disappeared and left their coffee on the table outside. The school still stands beyond the hill, windows broken by the years. The wind wind keeps pushing through the halls, like it's whispering in my ear. This town died years ago, but nobody buried it. The houses still stand empty, like they're waiting to be lit. This town died years ago, and the dead ain't moved away. Sometimes at night the porch lights glow, like they never left this place. The railroad stopped running west. The station clock still reads 8:10. Same minute it froze forever, the day they were seen again. Old Miss Carter swears she hears children laughing near the creek, but there ain't been a child around this county for decades at least. This town died years ago, but something stayed behind. Every stranger passing through feels it before they cross the line. This town died years ago. The graveyard's running out of room, and every cross beyond the pines points toward a different doom. The sheriff packed his bags one night, never said where he'd gone. His cruiser still sits by the road, rust growing thick upon the chrome. Some say a preacher cursed the land, others blame an old gold mine, but nobody stays long enough to separate truth from lies. This town died years ago, yet footsteps across the square, and every time the moon turns red, you hear voices in the air. This town died years ago, but the story ain't complete, 'cause every year one traveler simply vanishes from the street. I passed through there last winter, snow covered every sign. Saw a woman in a doorway, and then she disappeared from sight. The motel clerk looked terrified when I told him what I'd seen. He whispered, "That's the same woman who's been dead since 1973. Now I never stop there anymore. I keep driving through the night, 'cause some places lose their people, and some places keep them. Black clouds rolled over the county line, the kind of sky that swallows signs. She rode west as the daylight died and disappeared into the night. The river rose, the wind turned mean, lightning split the pines in three. Folks said no one could survive would cross that valley that night. She vanished in the storm, and nobody knows why. They found her horse at sunrise, but not a trace of her alive. She vanished in the storm, like a ghost beneath the rain. And 20 years later, they still whisper her name. I searched the ridges and the creeks, every canyon for a week. Found a silver necklace chain, half buried in the mud and rain. The sheriff called the search off cold, said some stories never get told. But every time the thunder rolls, I feel her out there still. She vanished in the storm, but something never felt right. 'Cause every man who rode with her disappeared that same night. Folks say the devil's past takes a soul whenever asked, and once the darkness claims your trail, you never make it back. Now strangers still stop through town, asking what became of her. And every time I tell the tale, the room goes cold as dirt. She vanished in the storm, the mystery never died. Some say she's still out riding, some say something else survived. And when the thunder shakes the hills and the moon turns blood red bright, I lock my door and kill the lamb, 'cause she might come back tonight.